The story begins on Earth Zero. While the hero named Black Adam is flying in the air, he has been taken by an unknown force and teleports him in an instant. Same thing happened to Batman on Gotham City. On the Mishchira, on planet Oa, the Totality, War World Orbit, on Central City, Atlantis, Earth Washington DC, and a hero from Star City, they all have disappeared. Ollie takes immediate action and hold on tight to his lover, as they both have been taken to somewhere else. Black Adam behind them asks if they know where they are, then he explains that he was just flying above Kondak when something pulled him into this darkness. But the girl just replies that even us are both clueless to what is happening also. As they go through the door, they see the others who are in the same situation. A group of heroes who comes from different universe are there, and a voice is heard that it called the Justice League to the House of Heroes, home of Justice League Incarnate. It was President Superman who called everyone all along, saying the multiverse is in grave danger. It is shown that the House of Heroes is still healing, so a few of them are only summoned. Superman asks on what is going on, and the president tells him that Barry the Flash has been trapped in a twisted reality. Darkseid also has been enslaved by the Great Darkness. It's because a fearsome ancient being has been awakened. And now the Bleed moves to possess the space between everyone's worlds, so they must act fast before this nothingness overtakes everything. One hero says her father faced the Great Darkness before, which is the living embodiment of annihilation. Dr. Multiverse flown in and tells them that they cannot fight the Great Darkness, it is always there and all that they can hope for is that it will rest. Diana says that saving the multiverse would come with a cost. Spectre and her didn't find it, but instead they only found hope. President Superman reveals to her that the Spectre is now dead. All of a sudden a mass dark entity swoops into their location and it's the darkness breaching the House of Heroes. Batman worries and says they need to contact Earth Zero and warn the Titans, while Superman and Diana are ready to fight the unknown enemy. Dr. Multiverse uses now her powers to teleport them all to the front line and they barely escape being swallowed by the Great Darkness. Now in an apocalyptic desolate world they all showed up, and Aquaman can't help but be shocked to its dismal emptiness. Dr. Multiverse explains that all these are ruins of a dead multiverse, because it has been swallowed up also by the Great Darkness. A mysterious man named Pariah shows up and confesses that he made the antimatter chamber that started the crisis. He saw everything happen over and over again and he's there to correct his mistake. The hero shouts that Pariah is also responsible for trapping the Flash. Superman recognizes him as the scientist whose world has fallen to the Anti-Monitor. Apparently, Pariah is creating another great disaster, thinking it will end everything. Superman pleaded him not to do it, for the Great Darkness is just using him, that is why they are all there to help him. This made Pariah think. But then it just angers him, it's because their wars woke up the Great Darkness that just wants peace. After that the true multiverse will be reborn, so all of their worlds must be eliminated first. The scientist is powerful and summoned multiple strong monsters beside him. The heroes now prepare themselves as they are now facing the greatest battle of their life. The dark army of supervillains that ever lived rises again. Superman leads the fight, telling everyone to do what they do best, to protect everyone and save the multiverse. Pariah, however, tells them it's only a taste of what's ahead. Once he finally finished his work, the Great Darkness will take over everything and the multiverse will know peace at last. Batman, while fighting, tells Canary to help him so that the scientist won't finish what's his doing to that machine. One by one heroes fight as if their life depended on it, including the fate of every universe. Despite the effort that they defeated all of the villains before, it is a challenge for them yet again to try to beat them all. Zatanna's magic, as powerful as it is, has no effect on the Upside-Down Man, while Superman faces off again the most powerful villain, Darkseid. The hero notices yet most of the enemies are strong, but they're just swinging punches and not using their full potential powers. Wonder Woman notices it too. This Ares opponent of hers would have finished the battle quickly, and Dr. Multiverse explains that Pariah is just spreading the darkness power too thin. Fraction of their powers as it is. Darkseid still manages to throw Superman to the wall. Then the villain tells him that once the darkness are truly free, every villain here will wield their full power. Black Adam shows up and uses his powerful lightning, dragging the enemy all the way to the other side. He also broke the chains of the villain, but unexpectedly Darkseid now uses his Omega Beam, which is a direct hit to Black Adam. The mighty power of Green Lantern's ring summoned numerous heroes behind him, calling it the Godstorm. It is a mere replica creation of his ring and yet is very effective against the rampaging enemies. Green Lantern says they can't handle my light, on which the scientist heard and says his ring reaches its limit while his dark army is larger than they can ever imagine. Then more enemies rises behind the shadow and the quintessence shows up to Green Lantern, which is his greatest fear. And the mightiest and biggest of them all appears, calling itself the Spirit of Darkness. Diana also recognized it as the Spectre, as that villain flashes its powerful attack before the brightest night. The input of program is nearly complete and Batman tries to put a stop to him. But more shadow demons block his attempt, and good thing he was saved immediately by Diana. Green Arrow and Canary fight heads on the Doomsday villain as the Archer recklessly jumped over it. The girl worries for him, but Green Arrow says it is part of his finishing blow. Then uses his most powerful arrow, but strangely, it is just passing many of the enemies and is not hitting anyone. It is for the machine all along, as Pariah heard a sound behind him. Next it exploded, destroying the machine once and for all, which made the scientist shouts for ruining his plan. At the same time, his dark army are weakening while little by little vanishing into thin air. "Aren't you glad I came?" says the Archer hero. "Now let's go home and all make chili." Surprisingly, Doomsday didn't vanish and quickly smashes the hero to the ground. Canary is in shock witnessing the fall of her lover as she hurriedly runs toward him. But it is too late. The girl regretted on why her lover followed her there, and with little life in him says, he'll always follow his pretty bird. Meanwhile, Pariah is still determined to fix the broken machine, but the heroes won't allow him this time. Superman tells Dr. Multiverse that she should get the rest of them back to the Hall of Justice, but she warns them that Pariah is more dangerous than they think he is. The scientist now is preparing himself to fight the mighty heroes, preaching that they've just delayed the inevitable. And with everything he got, he focuses all his powers to his hand, now unleashing a blinding white light, shifting the time in a very fast phase that the heroes before him turn into skeletons in an instant. He shouts he just wanted to bring peace to the multiverse, and no one is spared from the scattering bright light he's releasing. After he finished, Black Adam appears in front of him and attempts to finish the scientist with one powerful punch. It landed to the enemy's face, and yet Pariah didn't budge an inch. Pariah then blocked the hero's other punch, saying he survived many deaths of infinite Earths and there is no punch from a fake god like him could hurt him, as he tosses Black Adam into the air. He continues to use his bright powers to the other heroes, including Black Adam himself. But before the hero is about to disappear, he utters the word Shazam, then a quick intense lightning struck both of them and separates them in the process. But the weakened hero is still losing consciousness from the scientist attack a while ago. Same thing goes for Pariah, as he lies down on the rubbles. Then next thing is just darkness for each of them. On Earth at the Hall of Justice, Flash is worried that the other Justice League can't be communicated through their comms. One of them says that she saw Martian Manhunter get teleported right in front of her. John came in and was told that Batman got teleported too, and it seems like the Justice League weren't the only ones that are gone. Then he asked them if they know what happened to his dad. All of a sudden, a loud boom was heard and everything is shaking around them. The monkey says it's like a bomb went off, and everyone rushes outside to take a look on what it is. As they take all the blocked boulders at the meeting room, both of them are shocked on what they are seeing. It's Black Adam in his weakened state, then telling them that the Justice League are now gone. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. See you on the next one.